Hello, Christina's World Kitchen. I'm Christina Martinez-Williams, and I am going to make General Tso's chicken, my version of General Tso's chicken. It is not a fully authentic General Tso's chicken, but it is going to use cauliflower rice and a bunch of other things that will make it like General Tso's chicken. So it's not going to be fried, it's not going to be breaded, but it is going to be very delicious. My husband loves General Tso's chicken, and it is breaded and fried. And he never finds one that is as good as the one that he's had that he loves. And so it's always a disappointment. So I'm hoping that this will be amazing. I actually have made it before. It's my recipe from before, but it's been a long time since I made it. So I have about 2.5 pounds of chicken. We went to the pool today, taught some swim lessons, and the girls swam around. I swam with them as well. Zariah did 10 flips off of the diving board. It was her. She conquered her fear today because she was very scared of doing that. But she got through her fear and did it 10 times. There she is. So give her lots of hearts. What have you done recently that is you pushing through your fears? What is something that you've done recently that is you pushing through your fears? All right, I'm going to add to this chicken some olive oil. My original recipe is actually avocado oil. I'm just out of it, so I'm using olive oil. So avocado oil, let's pretend, it's the same thing, not really, but it's the same fat content. So 2 tablespoons of avocado oil. Tell me where you're watching from. If you like General Tso's chicken, like Chinese General Tso's chicken, tell me. Like it in the comments. If you've never had it, put never had it. If you don't like it, leave it in the comments. I would love to know. We're going to also add we're going to be adding a lot of things, and we're going to start chicken. That is chicken broth, like homemade chicken broth. We're going to start with just the chicken so that the chicken can get there, but then all of this is going to start to mix with the cauliflower rice. So our protein is chicken, our low carb veggie is cauliflower rice. And those are the main 2 ingredients. And then the rest is some liquids and some spices. So I'm gonna add everything now, and then while it's cooking, I'm gonna also add the cauliflower rice, and then it'll cook with the cauliflower rice. So almost everything right now. I wanna get this chicken started. So with my chicken, I'm going to add a teaspoon of pink salt and a teaspoon of black pepper. A teaspoon of pink salt and a teaspoon of black pepper. I did not get out my utensils very easily right now. Let's see, this is a half a teaspoon, I think. We're gonna do a teaspoon. So a teaspoon of pink salt, teaspoon of black pepper for our chicken. A teaspoon, this is half a teaspoon. And a teaspoon. Tell me if you've had General Tso's chicken before, put had it. If you, or if you like it, put like it. If you've never had it, put never had it. And if you don't like it, put don't like it. I like it, but it's always breaded or fried, and so I don't usually get it because I stay away from breaded and fried. All right, so that's a teaspoon of black pepper and a teaspoon of pink salt. You can use sea salt too. And then now I'm going to add, I think that's all I'm going to add at the very moment in terms of spices, because we're going to add a little bit more, but I want it to be with all of the cauliflower rice. So tell me how you're moving your body today. I walked this morning and taught swim lessons, and now I'm going to go walk again this evening with some more women. Tell me what you're doing. What are you doing to move your body today? And what are you eating tonight? What is your protein? What is your low carb veggie? What are your healthy fats? And I would love to know. This is not as level as I thought it was. It is level, but it's not at the same time. All right, we're going to let that cook. Tell me where all those things. Now I have not. She was asking about this broth. So I will add this chicken broth. You can get like a low sodium broth chicken broth, or you can just, it's the leftover water after I cook chicken in the Instapot. That's what I saved. And it is, this chicken is not cooked, so it's not from that, but I saved that so I could use it later. So there's no sodium in this. So it'd be best if you get a chicken broth that is no sodium, but if you don't have that option, then either using your own or buying one that's low sodium is great. I do want to get my chicken a little bit cooked so that when I add my everything else, I'm more ensured that the chicken is going to be good. Good meaning not give us salmonella. That's the goal. Let's see. What else do I want to know? I want to know tell me all the things. Tell me all the things. What are you eating for dinner? How are you moving your body today? And I want to know if you track that or not. Do you track anything? I didn't track anything in the past. I just do the things, but we launched the Protocol Beta, which is an app and a product, but it's an app that allows you to track everything all in the same place, and you get a protocol that is based on your personalized health. Now, this is something that is coming soon, so if you're interested in it, I can get you on the waiting list for when it's coming in the fall. And it is incredible because it tells you these, based on your health and your answers to questions, this is what your body needs in terms of sleep, hydration, eating window, nutrition, and your, what am I missing? Movement. So now I get to start tracking, but the really exciting thing that it gives you back is a biological age. So biological age is how your health reflects how you actually feel or how you show up in life rather than your chronological age. So the goal is to age backwards, to live better longer by aging backwards. And I was really excited to see that the protocol that I've been following for the last 9 years is working, that I've aged backwards, that I have a high health score out of 100, 88, and that I have aged backwards where my biological age is 30 and I'm 44. So it's really exciting to see, and then you can also see what happens over time and how your healthy lifestyle habits, including your eating, impact your overall health score and your overall biological age. All right, this is well cooked enough. It still needs to go, but it's well cooked enough. Now we're gonna add all the things, including the cauliflower rice. So I have 2 bags of cauliflower rice, and I am going to add those to here. They've been sitting out a little bit, so they're easier to break up. So there's not so many chunks from being frozen. So cauliflower rice usually comes in bags of 10 ounces to 12 ounces. These are 12-ounce bags, but you can use 10-ounce bags if that's what is available. All right. If you've had General Tso's chicken before, tell me had it. If you like it or could take it or leave it, or you leave it, or if you've never had it. I would love to know if you've had General Tso's chicken. Now again, I'm not claiming that this is authentic General Tso's chicken, but it will taste somewhat like General Tso chicken, and it's a high protein, low carb version, and it is delicious. And my husband absolutely loves General Tso chicken. I don't know if I'm going to be able to live up to his, which no one lives up to his, because out of all of the years that we've been married, 14 years, he has not found anywhere that has General Tso's chicken that lives up to the one that's in his mind that is the best, which I think was in Louisiana or Atlanta. I can't remember. All right, now we're going to add all the rest of our ingredients, and then all we have to do is let it sit and mix it every once in a while, and it's just going to saute in our pan until for sure that the chicken is cooked and the cauliflower rice is cooked. So at least 10 more minutes. So we're going to add 2 tablespoons of tomato sauce. And I just opened this tomato sauce like this. The best one will be no salt added, if you have that access. So it's not a ton of tomato sauce. Then we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of sesame oil. Sesame oil is a little bit of a oil that's higher processed. So it's not one that I use all the time, but it's such a small quantity across all of the portions that this recipe makes that it's not gonna impact a whole lot. But the flavor is great, and it has healthy fat in it. Just a little more processed than other oils. So again, not one that's the best option, but it's still a good option in the small quantity. Now we're going to use one tablespoon of liquid aminos. This is the Bragg brand. You can also get coconut liquid aminos, which don't have any soy. This is like a soy alternative, but has some soy in it. And it's gluten-free. And then we're going to use a tablespoon of white vinegar. And then we're going to add a cup of our homemade chicken broth, but you can use low sodium or no sodium. And then now for some final spices. Oh, we have one more. We're going to use 5 tablespoons of sweetener. We're going to use allulose monk fruit. I'll show you the brand in a moment. Allulose monk fruit. So we're using 5 tablespoons. That's 4. And then I need one more. So this is like General Tso's chicken is a sweet, but also really spicy. That's how my husband likes it. This is the sweetener that I'm using. It's Impact monk fruit and allulose. Doesn't spike your blood sugar. It's 0 and 1 on the glycemic index. And there's a lot of liquid, so I want to get my liquid to actually like boil away. I don't want to be left with all of this liquid. So I'm going to mix it for a moment so that it can get more mixed. And then I'm going to add the last spices. And then my husband's and I, we're going to have to add our spice at the end when we serve it up, which is going to be cayenne pepper. And you can even use like chili flakes, or cayenne pepper is great. All right. Hi, Mom. I see you. All right. Now we're using a half a teaspoon of chili powder. Mom, we're making General Tso's chicken. My mom is watching, y'all. She's not with us anymore in our house, but she is watching. And a half a teaspoon of ginger powder. Half a teaspoon of ginger powder. And now we're also going to add 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, which is equivalent to 6 cloves of garlic, or a tablespoon of minced garlic. And then it's going to be salt to taste after that. It will need some more salt, I believe. But the soy, the liquid aminos are salty, a little bit salty, so I don't want to add it until everything is cooked. But you can add salt to taste afterwards. I always like to add a little bit more salt. It brings out all the flavors even more. And you can't harm yourself with adding more salt with pink salt. It's such a good electrolyte for your body. And when you eat high protein, low carb, you're probably not getting enough sodium in your body because of eating that way, which is great. It's good to add it. So this is super saucy. I'm bringing it to a boil where I can kind of turn it down a little bit once it's boiling. And I am going to add another teaspoon of pink salt right now because no, I'm not. I'm going to wait. I don't want to over salt it because I know that the liquid aminos are there. So I'll show you how it is. I'm going to let it boil and go down. And then when I serve it, I'm going to serve it without the extra liquid. You could, if you want to make it a little like a soupy, you could do that too. Like a General Tso's chicken soup. And I will add cayenne pepper to mine and to my husband's, and then not to the girls. that's it. General Tso's chicken, sweet and spicy, high protein, low carb, delicious flavor, and you're gonna love it. Have a wonderful night from my house to your kitchen. Global flavors and healthy plates from around the world. Bye.